Godox just dropped the most unexpected camera and thing this year. This is the C100, and while other cameras are focused on more megapixels, OLED screens and autofocus, Godox thought, why not sell you a screenless camera for around £50? Yeah, and it weighs less than 65 grams, so it's super lightweight. You can shoot photo or video, and having used this for a day out and snapped a bunch of photos, I gotta say, it's been incredibly fun. But what exactly is the Godox C100? Well, just by looking at its dimensions and the look of it, it's just a cute, fun little camera. In fact, it even has a eggplant emoji on the back alongside a burger and some smiley faces, so make of that what you will. In terms of its design profile, on the right here, you actually get a switch that would allow you to move between photo and video mode, and it is, as you'd expect, plastic all over. But it is good because it's trying not to be expensive. In fact, on that switch, if you go all the way up, you can even put this into a light meter mode, which I'll be honest, no one's ever going to use, but it's cool that it's there. At the bottom here, you actually get an option to use a micro SD card. And now, PSA here, don't ever take this out. It is the most annoying, fidgety thing to get back in you'll ever use. In fact, you use a pin from like a SIM ejector pin to get it back in because it would not recess back in. The most obvious standout feature here is, of course, that transparent display, which does serve multiple functions. Not only is it a window for the world for you to capture, but also it will allow you via the front controls here to adjust the aspect ratio and what you see and what you take on this outside screen, which is pretty cool. Now, the rear does house a simple camera. In fact, it's just a simple 2 megapixel sensor, which isn't going to give you crisp, rich, detailed images. What it does give you is the ability to capture things very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. In fact, I would say it's like pretty much point and just shoot. One thing to note here though is shooting blind on this is a bit weird because obviously it doesn't have a display for you to reference what the images look like. But when we started taking it, it was okay. Capture sounds, which a lot of videos we've seen on this are a big complaint, saying it's too loud. In all honesty, living in a city, taking photos, it's loud anyway. No one even looked at me when I was taking photos out and about, or just using it in general. No one really cared. So I don't know if that's much of an annoyance as much people think it is. Personally, not at all. In terms of shooting blind, we did miss a lot of shots. This does take some getting used to when you're taking those photos, because where you think you should be holding it, it's actually slightly further away. It's sort of like an in-between space when you are taking photos, and generally framing those shots can be a little weird. But when we did get used to the framing and shooting it, it was super fun and enjoyable. But what about the images coming out of that 2 megapixel sensor? Well, there is old school and 2000s Digicam, as you'd expect. It captures 1080p JPEGs, which gets you that 2 megapixel quality, and they're not going to blow you away. They are not sharp or detailed, but they do scream nostalgia, and I can see myself using this to capture images and post them all over social media just for fun. And that's what makes it fun. It's a completely unserious, it's not trying to be anything more than it is. It's just a simple point and shoot camera, which you can use yourself, give to the kids, or just chuck it in your bag and just think, I'm going to put it out and just have a bit of fun with it. And that's the whole point of the C100. One of the coolest aspects of this is, of course, its rechargeable battery via USB-C. You can then also use that port to link it directly to something like your Android smartphone and transfer all of your data over to your phone without having to use any annoying proprietary software or your PC or your laptop or card readers. That, I think, is so underrated and so cool. But to wrap our thoughts up on the Godox C100, it's simple. This is for everyone. This isn't for just a particular person, because it should be everyone can go out and just take a simple camera such as this and just capture fun, basic photos. And it's so lightweight, you can just throw it in your bag, forget it's there for most of the times, and just take it out as and when you need it. But let us know in the comment section below your thoughts on this nostalgia trend and this C100 in particular. Would you pay around about £50 for this? Let us know below. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, as always, we out.